got 4 amazing creators over here that we're going to bring up on stage and talk about. Oh, I'm losing the screen here. Here we go. And we're going to talk about YouTube. We're going to talk about gaming, and let's just go and bring them up here. We got Mrwoofless. We got Stacyplays. We've got DIREWOLF20, and we got Prestonplayz. It makes things easier if they're on stage with me versus me trying to introduce them one by one. Take a seat, guys. 2 here and 2 here. How about that? How's Pax South treating you guys?
Great.
Awesome.
Really good.
I need to move this. I'm gonna do
As a Texas local, I love having a event here in the South. It's pretty awesome.
Texas is pretty awesome.
Yeah, Texas!
It's my first time. It's my first time in San Antonio, though. I've been to Austin and Dallas and all these other places, but it's my first time in San Antonio.
It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
It's all right.
All right, so let's jump right into things here. All right, so big question everyone wants to know is how did you guys get into gaming? Where did it all start for you? I mean, I'm looking at everybody here, and we have some different age groups, so there might be some different stories there. So we'll start with you, Mr. Wolf, at the end there. Go ahead and tell us, how did you get started with gaming?
Wow, gaming. That's definitely a big one. I actually was a big watcher of video games. I don't know if we have any younger siblings here. If you guys, anyone, the younger in the family here? Yeah, your older brother or sister doesn't, Call of Duty was really the start of it, and played a metric poop ton of that. And that's kind of how I got into it.
Oh man, I'm really hungry. So I got I got into gaming because my parents bought me a Sega Genesis. I don't know if any of you guys out there played on the Sega consoles.
16-bit.
Yeah. But it was phenomenal, and they had Sonic the Hedgehog, and that was like the legend of Sonic, and that's where it all started.
Fast,
yeah,
man.
you had to go fast, man. You had to go fast, and that's what got me into gaming. Just my parents bought me a game console, and they started the worst and best addiction of my life, and yeah, so that pretty much brought me here and into gaming.
Sega Genesis and Sonic.
Nice.
Sonic fast.
So I specifically remember, and this literally may be my first memory, going up the street to like my neighbor's house, and like he got this thing called Nintendo Entertainment System. It was an NES. It was in his room. I remember him sitting there on his bed
8-bit.
playing it, and I'm like, what is that? I want that. And like that is how it started for
That's
me.
how it started for you?
Yeah, original Mario.
Yeah, I can even top that. My parents had an original Atari, and it was at my grandparents' house, and they had like 40 different games for it. So I would just sit down every time we went up to my grandparents' house and play like Pac-Man for like 5 hours, and get like blisters on my hands. And then I had a Game Boy, obviously, except my mom, when she gave it to me, said that it was a Game Girl. And I played a lot of like Donkey Kong and Super Mario. I think it was Super Mario World. And then I stopped gaming for a while until I got into Minecraft.
Nice, nice. And I apologize. I just assumed everyone knows who everyone is, but look, real quick, just want to make sure we know everyone. This is Mrwoofless. You got Prestonplayz.
Hello.
DIREWOLF20 and Stacyplays. Make sure everyone knows who's who on that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, you guys can do that. We can do this.
that's good.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean,
Just want to make sure everyone knew
mean, if
who's
you
who.
want to.
if for anyone, for you guys for coming out today, really appreciate it. Like,
Absolutely.
It's honestly so cool. Everyone's making it out here to PAX and having a good time, and really excited to be here in front of all you awesome people, and hopefully we provide some sort of entertainment. So let's do it.
And it's interesting. Do I call you Woofless or Mr.
Okay, all right.
Woofless?
So it's spelled woofless,
Yes.
but it's actually pronounced wooffuls.
Woofles.
Yes, and that's the thing is like I'll run into people like, oh man, hey Woofless. I'm like, you have never seen one of my videos, and I know it because in the video I go, and that's okay. You know what I mean? That doesn't. Not everyone has to watch my videos, but it's like, oh hey, every video it's Woofles, but it's a very common misconception. But yeah, and it's totally my fault, 100%. There's no reason it should be Woofles. It's very clearly spelled Woofless, and I just whoops.
Whoops. Yeah, Woofless. Okay. It's interesting that you say that you started by watching video games.
Yeah.
Because that is exactly why we're here. Because all of you guys watch these guys play video games. And that's how the whole culture of gaming became about. Because we all grew up watching someone else play video games, whether it was a brother or a friend, sibling, whatever it was, right? But it was all IRL.
Wasn't by choice. Right, yeah, but
When's it my turn? When's it my turn? Yeah.
Never.
Exactly. All right,
I was an only child, so I don't.
What's that?
I was an only child. So
Oh, so you're the lucky one.
Console was
You got to
mine.
play all the time. You get to play all the time. All right, so the next question, how did you find Minecraft? Because coincidentally, this wasn't planned, but all 4 of these people here are hardcore Minecraft gamers. Hardcore. So the question is relevant here for these 4 because all 4 of them are into Minecraft. So starting with you, Stacy, how did you get into Minecraft? How did you find Minecraft?
I was running a channel on YouTube that wasn't my channel, but I was responsible for programming it. It was called Teen.com, and I wanted to hire someone. I knew Minecraft kind of, like I knew it was popular, and I wanted to hire someone who would do Minecraft instructional videos for the YouTube channel. I think this was in 2012, and I ended up hiring LD Shadow Lady. And at the time, I think she had less than 100,000 subscribers, I think. And I asked some of my friends, can I play Minecraft with you so that I know what I'm asking for when I talk to Lizzie? And so I played Minecraft with one of my friends, Joey, and a lot of people watched us play, and they would say nice things, and they would ask where my channel was, and so I made a YouTube channel so that I could tell people that I didn't have a YouTube channel. And then people subscribed, so I was like, I guess I'll play Minecraft then.
Very cool, very cool. How about you?
I just stumbled upon it one day. I think a friend of mine said, hey, you should check out this new game, Minecraft. I mean, I've always played lots of different games, and Minecraft was just, like, different. Like, people have asked me, like, when it first came out, oh, like, what's it like? Is it like a first-person shooter? Is it a real-time strategy? I'm like, no, it's different. It's not that. So, and I just got into it, so that's how it started, pretty much.
It's hard to explain to people, eh?
Yeah.
It's like, what is
Yeah.
Minecraft? You're
The
just
best
like,
I can say. It's different. It's like Legos, but the entire world.
Right.
Yeah, my mom
Yeah.
was like, why is it so pixelated, though? Like, the
Yeah.
quality's not very good.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my problem. That's why I'm like, it burns. What's your Preston?
So mine is gonna sound a little bit strange, but I was a hardcore Call of Duty player, so I was like, what is this game, Minecraft? It looks so stupid. Like, we put blocks on blocks. Like, I would never play that.
Another one.
Yeah, and then I started downloading it, and I was like, okay, I kind of like stacking blocks on blocks. This is pretty sweet. I was like, I just killed a cow, and I was like, I've been taming horses, but of course that's not in the alpha days. But I did start actually in alpha, and it all started because of a game. It was like a game program back in the day where you message your friends. It was called Xfire, and you could actually see people playing the games, so you know what they were playing before you message them. And I was like, why are you playing Minecraft? It's like the worst game ever. He's like, have you tried it? I was like, no, and I was like, I'll try it, okay. And then it was like the most fun game I've ever played. Like, it was super immersive, and you could do anything and everything. And then it just continued to go on from there on out. And then the community behind it was so awesome with like all the new maps and mods and then plugins, and it just grew from there. I like Minecraft.
Wow. Yeah, I would say actually YouTube would be how I found it. Just watching.
Boise Nanners.
Your Boise Nanners.
Yeah, buddy.
Way back in the day. Episode 1 of the Minecraft Let's Play Alpha, the good old days where cows sounded like, oh my goodness, how did they sound? Yeah, thankfully that's changed. But yeah, I watched content on it and I played it, and like I said, I played it alone, played it with my brother on the local server for quite a while, and then actually put it away for a little bit and then brought it back in about 3 years ago. But yeah, YouTube is actually how I found that beautiful game.
We're gonna watch a clip from Stacy now.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
it's gonna be good.
Silently judging you, Stacy.
Oh, no.
Watching your every move.
Oh, God. On Dogcraft.
The dog show's already started and it's here? Look, it's already going on! Susie? What happened to you? She died! Wait, Butch's canned
R.I.P.
dog food? Why did Susie drop Butch's canned carrot dog food? Butch's to-do list. Grow carrots, breed pigs, slaughter pigs, fatten up the dogs to eat. He's constructed a pig killing machine. Dog show is probably to choose the best one. I've got to stop him before it's too late.
Freaking pigs.
I love them.
I think it's my dad.
So epic, so epic.
So Stacy calls herself an accidental gamer because she never meant to have a YouTube, as we just heard. Mostly known for playing her Minecraft games that have dogs, foxes, or survival elements.
Yes. If there's a game with a fox, I'll find it, or a dog.
So tell us about that. Like, how did that come? Like, you just have always had a love for that, like outside of the gaming world, or is it
Yeah,
only
I
because they're so
love-
cute in the game?
No. I love animals, and so when I started playing Minecraft, obviously I was drawn to the wolves. And I always, like, if I see a wolf, I have to tame it. I have to kill skeletons to get a bone and tame it. And so when I started playing more and more Minecraft, I just looked for ways to incorporate things that I loved into Minecraft. So luckily I found a bunch of mods, copious dogs and doggy talents, that gives you all sorts of different breeds and different kind of powers that you can give to your wolves. And I just decided to make a series based on that. And I didn't even think anything of it, but people were like, "You made a series called Dogcraft?" It's like, yeah, I like dogs.
Brilliant.
And then that kind of just expanded to, like, if there's a game on Steam that has like a survival element, or like dogs in it, or wolves, or foxes.
Dogs are awesome.
Yeah. I agree.
Thanks,
I
Preston.
concur. All right, so here's the question. And this is a question specifically that I was really like, I wanted to ask this question. Is what are you guys' thoughts on live versus VOD? Because I did do a little bit of research, a little bit, and none of you guys really stream on a consistent basis. And I know a couple of you guys have some Twitch channels, some good-sized Twitch channels. I don't know how often you stream. Looking back at highlights and whatnot, there's really not a good way of like looking back on the time frequency on that. But what are your guys' thoughts, live versus VOD in general? We don't have to get specific on platforms or whatnot, but I'm just curious on like your thoughts on that. Is live streaming something you're planning on doing, that you do on a consistent basis, every consistent basis?
It's like
What are your thoughts?
Xbox and PlayStation 4. They're like completely different beasts, or like the PC versus console. I think you have to look at both, you know.
I would say donuts and pizza, but that's not
Donuts
bad.
and pizza. See, I don't really know about that. Maybe like dogs and cats. Not to bring up like a topic
That's
here,
taboo.
a huge fight. Even though I'd pick dogs, but anyways, yeah, I think you have to look at the merits of both, and I think they both have those. There's a certain side to live that's phenomenal. And I'm sure the other panelists can talk a little bit about that. And VOD and just being able to edit and upload on your own schedule has phenomenal merits as well, where you can manipulate content to another degree, and it's definitely not a battle or anything, just a choice, personal preference on both the viewer and the content creator side. So I don't know if anyone else wants to.
No, right? I
Chime in.
I agree. The really cool thing about doing VODs or just YouTube videos is that, like, for example, Rob and I prepared a bunch of videos for this trip so that our viewers would still have content to watch even while we're gone. And if you're if you're only live streamer, then you're like, all right, sorry guys, I won't be live for like 3 to 5 days depending on how long this trip is. And I think it's really cool to mix the two, because some things make really, really cool live stream content. I feel like new things that you haven't tried out before, like that, live experience and the first time, because it'll never be the same the second time around, right? It's like, you watch the new Star Wars movie, it's awesome. If you watch it the second time, I never think it's going to be as good as the first time. No? Okay, all right, fine. All right, to each their own. To each their own. But yeah, I don't know. Like, live streaming is really cool, and it's awesome when you're showing off like something new within the game that you are playing. But videos are really nice just because of the fact that you can create content at your own flow, and some people can make 2 videos a day, and some people can make 10 videos a day. And so, yeah, it's hard. It's really hard to say, but they both are really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I find is that it's very different. People might assume that, like, oh, Twitch, YouTube, it's about the same thing, right? Like, whether it's live or video on demand. But it's actually very different for the person producing it. I always look at people who live stream, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube Gaming, and I say, like, wow, you guys, I would never be able to be entertaining for 4 hours straight without a break.
Yeah.
Like, you guys have a skill set that I don't have. But then conversely, I know a lot of streamers who said, I tried to do YouTube, I don't know how you do it, man. It's crazy. Like, what? It's totally different from our perspective as well to produce that content.
I don't know how people that do both have the time.
No.
Because when I'm doing videos, if I'm not doing videos, I'm like asleep.
Yeah.
It's not. My live stream would just be like me kind of like falling asleep at my computer. So yeah, I think that I think it's a time issue, and I agree with what Preston said. It's nice to be able to, like, on a trip like this, know that all the people that aren't in this room right now are watching a video that I put up.
Right.
There's a really successful way to do both, though. Multiple YouTubers I know have done it. I've done it myself, and streamers are starting to do it as well. And especially with the new programs coming out, like it's actually not that difficult, because before you had to, on whatever streaming platform you'd have, and I know that YouTube is a pretty good way of doing it now, you would process the live stream directly to a video format right away. But that doesn't really give you the access that you want with a VOD. Of course, you can't really edit it, you can't really manipulate it, you can't really schedule it for later. And with the new programs out now with a simple Google search, what you can do is you can do both. So you can live stream and actually record the same footage at the same time. So for example, let's say I'm doing a intergalactic raid event on factions on Cosmic, let's say, and I live stream it for 4 or 5 hours, and that was a phenomenal event. I don't know if anyone here watched it. It was great. And then afterwards, I was able to go in and trim the intro, or maybe add a couple things and do stuff and upload it a couple days later. So that is a viable option, and I think more people are leaning into that, and there's tons of ways you can manipulate it. So for content creators out there who are interested in such a thing, it's doable, it's awesome, and personally, I think if you have the energy to live stream and do it, go for it, because they definitely have their strong merits, and why not both, right? So.
Yeah, no, that's a great, and that is the perfect storm to be able to do both, where you can stream and record it. And then and like I said, there's programs, and then even YouTube itself has the option to do like highlights from your, like right on, in real time. And then there's of course the YouTube editor afterwards. But yeah, there's lots of different options there. So Direwolf started YouTube just doing some Minecraft videos, but really focused on the mods. And I'll tell you, like personally, like that's what would get me back into Minecraft. Like I tried it out, I had my kids, my daughter's a huge Minecraft person. I was telling a couple of these people that she's found their channels and was like, oh my gosh, like I love Stacy. Like that was what she told me before I left. She's like, are you gonna meet her? I'm like, yeah. She's like, tell her I said hi. I'm like, okay. But the mods were what I bring me back to Minecraft, because I see things like this and I get really excited. I'm like, whoa, like that's not normal Minecraft. Like that's something different. So talk to us about the mod scene, I guess, and how first of all, what was your first mod? What hooked you on that and getting you off the default Minecraft?
Yep. The first mod I played was this mod called Industrial Craft, and another mod called Buildcraft back in like the alpha 1.7 days, when modding meant you had to like unzip your jar file and like massive amount of intense technical work to work. I'd been playing Minecraft for so long, and I'm like, man, this game is so cool, but like I ran out of stuff to do. And then I just stumbled upon the modding community and saw people added like electricity and pipes, and you can automatically route items around, and I'm like, wow, this is so awesome. How come I haven't heard of this? Like, why don't I just put a video up on YouTube so people can find out about it? And then after I did that a couple times, people are like, hey, you should do a Let's Play of this mod stuff. So I went to Google, and I'm like, what is a Let's Play? Like, I had never heard of it before, like, legitimately. I looked at it, I'm like, so people watch me play the game? I could do that, I guess. And then it just kind of happened. So that's a true story. I had no idea.
All right, so how do you guys measure your success? And again, I'm assuming there's different levels of this, right? Because we all measure our success in different levels. But when you look at your analytics, or when you look at your channel, or you look at your videos, your comments, whatever, walk us through how do you gauge if a video has been successful for you?
I mean, there's always ways to look at the analytics and see, did this video do better than the last video? I probably don't do that as much as I should. I read the comments. I read almost, like within, I don't go back to the videos, but within the first 24 hours that the video's up, I probably read almost every comment. And I don't really look at the views so much. For me, the biggest metric of success usually is when I come to conventions like this and I meet people that are really excited to meet me, because when I'm back at my house, I'm just in my room. My dogs don't think I'm that cool. Like, it's crazy to come here and have people so excited to meet me and talk about the videos that I put up. Like, that's when I kind of am like, oh, I think the videos are successful.
Yeah. I would say, like, the easiest way to measure, right, is like how many views did it get, like you said, or how many likes versus dislikes. So those are things, but I do the same thing that you do. For like the first 24 or 48 hours, I'll read the comments and just kind of get a feel for how people liked it. And usually it's just people pointing out every little mistake or every little thing I didn't notice. How did you miss that piece of leather on the ground? I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to be entertaining and play a game at the same time. It's harder than it looks sometimes. So, but yeah, that's usually the best way, is just to see what people are saying about it and the feedback that I'm getting from the viewers, because really at the end of the day, that's like what we're trying to do, is make people enjoy what we're doing, right? So
Yeah, the comments.
Feedback is the best.
Yeah, feedback. The comments are the best for me.
We use something a little different. It's called the DJ Khaled scale, and we just think that if he were to watch it, if he were to go another one,
That's how you know.
Then you know we're doing good, and then you compare it to just his success. And okay, now Preston, go.
Oh, so I think there's a lot of things to measure success with YouTube. I think the first one and most important one is that the content you're creating, you feel really like excited about it after you make it. So like when you record what we call is a banger, which is like a reference to a good video, right? It's like, that's a banger, that's an awesome one.
Yeah, you gotta get the bangers out.
But like that.
And you know when it's a banger.
Oh, yeah, like
you're
you know.
midway through and you're like,
This is gonna be sick.
Another one.
And it's like I can't wait to share this with my audience on YouTube, and that's how you know. And then like you bring it into Premiere Pro or Sony Vegas or whatever you use to edit, and then you just edit and highlight those little golden moments into now like diamond or platinum moments, and then it's just like like you feel awesome. But I guess to measure YouTube success, like subscribers, I don't think it necessarily means a whole lot. Like subscribers obviously means you're growing, and I guess that could be correlated to success on YouTube. But I think the best thing is when you put out a video and you see like an awesome like to dislike ratio, you see a lot of positive feedbacks in the comments, and people are like, this was awesome, I really like that you did this and you tried this out, like this was phenomenal, please do more of it. And to me that's like awesome. Like that for me is why I got into YouTube and started doing it, is because the feedback from you guys is always so nice and phenomenal. I mean, of course there's the trolls, but aside from that, like that's how I measure my success. If each video I'm filming and putting out is better than the previous one and the comments are digging it more and more, then for me, then I'm successful on YouTube. Top
yeah.
Another one.
Why do we view things? It's to get entertainment, to essentially have some sort of opinion on it. Like you're gonna be like either entertained or not entertained. And as a YouTuber, obviously everything that Preston said, we have very similar kind of antics and way we do things, as well as like the pack.
Similar.
Yeah, content's very similar, but like as well. I think we can speak mainly for the pack and just like saying that when we find a map or we find a thing we want to do and you record it, it's a good one, and that's what's really important. And then getting the feedback and the interaction, and knowing that people are having the positive opinion when they leave your video, whether it's because they enjoyed it, whether it's because they felt good about it. Maybe it's an emotional kind of like, hey, this is million subscriber video, and maybe I tear up a little bit, and it might not be funny, it might not be entertaining, but overall there's a positive outtake from it, and that's our outlook, and that's what we really, really find important, is just always having that kind of +1 mentality. You always want to just move forward, be happy, and have a smile on.
And another big one too is that a lot of times we'll film 6 to 8 videos a day, and we might not even use half of them. Like there's a big chance that we're just like, we got through it and we're just like,
not bangers.
Yeah, like it wasn't very good. Like there wasn't any entertaining. I wouldn't sit down and watch that. And if I won't sit down and watch one of my videos or laugh at it while I'm editing it, then that's pretty much a sign like, okay, go back to the drawing board, I can scrap this one, it's not a big deal, and let's go record another video, right? So it's all about trial and error, realistically.
Yeah. So if you don't know, Preston says fudge a lot, and he's the guy that says fudge a lot. And you, like you said this earlier, you got your start by doing Call of Duty.
Right.
You're a big Call of Duty guy, and you actually have another channel
Yes,
that
sir.
you did a lot of Call of Duty on. So I'm really curious, because I'm a big Call of Duty fan, and like I said, I'm a big first-person shooter fan. How did you go from first-person shooters to Minecraft?
So
Where was that transition?
Yeah, that's actually a good one. I mean, I started playing Call of Duty probably when I was like 11 or 12, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I played it on the PC because like back in the day, like the console version wasn't very popular. So Master Race PC. But I started playing a lot on the PC, and I started out with Call of Duty 4, and started playing it more and more. And then I realized that there was like a really competitive aspect to it. And there's like this little niche community over here who play it competitively. And I'm sure you guys are aware of like FaZe and Optic and all these really popular competitive teams now for Call of Duty on console. But I wanted to do something like that on PC, and so I started playing more and more, and I started playing like Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, started playing all the Call of Duties I could to get as much experience and knowledge as I could within the game, and playing it competitive in online tournaments. And I actually like did pretty well and placed like top 3 in a few online tournaments, and to me that was like, oh my god, because I suck at sports. Like, I mean, I'm pretty bad. I like them though.
You're not bad at basketball.
Debatable. But after like just playing it so much and playing it really competitively and stuff like that, it kind of lost its value, and a lot of people switched over to console for Call of Duty. So I was like, okay, whatever, like I'll just play it for fun and stuff like that. I'll relinquish the cape and I'll stop playing competitively. And then that's when I picked up Minecraft and a bunch of other games. And I was just like, I would love to have a second channel where I could play all these cool different games. And I started off by playing like everything. And then eventually the comments were like, Preston, please don't only play Minecraft. I was like, guys, that'll never happen. Come on. Like, I'll never just play Minecraft. And then slowly it started to, kind of transition over that. I don't know if you guys know of Bayesian Canadian, big Minecraft YouTuber. Yeah. Well, he's basically my dad. And so, yeah. He invited me. He was like, "You want to play Hunger Games?" And I was like, "Sure, dude." And we tried to film for about 6 hours, and I just kept dying every time. He's like, "Well, why don't we just go play a taco map or something like that?"
Legend taco.
And so that's kind of how I transitioned. It was really just mutual connections and meeting some new YouTube friends who tried to get me into some different games. And then the transition from there on out was really easy because the Minecraft community was really positive versus kind of like not toxic, but not nearly as supportive as the Call of Duty community.
I'm gonna jump off that real quick though. Just a shout out to Mitch because we didn't mention that before. Let's get some legit like woo. In all honesty, the reason why that's going down is, at least for Preston and myself, he really was like our papa for especially Minecraft's YouTube. Like he kind of was like the Hunger Games king, brought us in and brought us on all these really cool adventures and maps and PvP and helped us with not only on YouTube, but behind the scenes, just getting us to where we are today. So he's just a really, really cool guy and mad shout out to him. So I just wanted to sneak that in there.
So rude.
I don't know if you could see me. I can see you, Mitch. Where are you? Anyways.
Let's get some tacos.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
So just out of curiosity, do you play Call of Duty at all anymore?
Oh yes, actually, I still do my main channel, and it's still done really well. Like it's still over 1 million subscribers, and I'm super thankful for that. But the Minecraft is now over, I think, 2.5 million subscribers. So it's just crazy that I started on the Call of Duty channel almost a full 2 years before I started on my Minecraft channel, and the Minecraft channel is now double that. And that just kind of, for me, goes to show that the Minecraft community is just that much more, huge and supportive. Like you just, you can't
That's
find
good.
that.
Voracious.
So, give us one like highlight over your YouTube career, a highlight that came from meeting your community or from your community, whether it was in person or online. Tell us about one of your like most memorable moments from your community.
So intense.
A lot of them are here right now.
Who starts, man? This is a big one.
Actually,
you guys,
Anybody can start.
Stacy, you
for
can
it.
do it. We'll throw you under the
Stacy,
bus.
Oh gosh, well
Go
this
for
is
it.
the first thing that comes into my mind is just all the artwork that I receive from the videos that I do. I get so much just actual like drawings of things that happen in my Minecraft videos. I actually like frame some of them on my wall. But I think also just anytime you get recognized when you're not even at an event is kind of like, what?
It's bizarre.
It's so strange. I was at Disneyland once, and I turned the corner, and this little kid just started crying. And his mom was like, "What did she do?" I was like, "I didn't do anything."
How dare you, Stacy?
It's amazing. That moment sticks with me a lot because it just was so unexpected.
Cool. A lot of the things I do on my channel with Minecraft are very technical in nature. Like there's a mod called ComputerCraft where you can write computer code and programming in Minecraft. There's, obviously complex redstone things. And one of the most memorable things for me is a couple times at like Minecon or a couple conventions, like young kids have come up to me and been like, I watched your video on ComputerCraft and I started writing programs and it makes me want to like write code and write my own mod. And like that's really cool to me. Like getting young kids interested in like technical and programming type stuff. So that's pretty memorable.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
So highlights, right? Like there's so many of them, honestly. Rob and myself, we've been to a ton of meetups. This is probably our 8th or 9th PAX. I don't even know how many there are now. Like we've been to just so many of them.
Yeah.
And we've been to like some pretty strange places. Like we were in Ireland last year, which is not a strange place, actually an awesome place. But we were just in Ireland walking around downtown Dublin, St. Patrick's Day, and then people were just like, "Yo, is that Mrwoofless in Preston?" And it's just like, "What's up, dude?" Like it's like those little moments like that. They're so cool. But
Five Guys in Texas, or you
Yeah.
could be walking around London, or
it was just so cool. A week ago, we were eating at Five Guys. Shout out to Five Guys, best burgers ever. And and we were just eating our burgers, and someone came up and he was like, "Is that Mrwoofless?" Like immediately opened the door, "Mrwoofless, Preston." We're like, "What's up?" And then we just literally invited him to our table to sit down, and we had like a 15-minute conversation with him while we all ate, and it was just like, this is really cool. Like we can have like this cool interaction between a viewer out of nowhere. And it just, for me, those moments are the most memorable because
Like we're both people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're actually people, and like you can touch us, and like people find that weird. They're like, you're human, and it's like, yeah, you know, we talk and we can, you know, hang out and eat food, and you can join us, and it's cool. And like viewers, you know, sometimes the numbers get lost, but you got to just always remember that like each individual viewer is so awesome. You seem mad at me. I cut you off. I'm sorry. Boo boo.
I'm good.
For me though, I'm gonna switch it like away from actual in person and just say that working with people on like, you know, me and Preston work really hard on a server, and just kind of hanging out in TeamSpeak and playing on that server with the community is one of my favorite things to do. And it's so amazing that people come together in an environment in Minecraft and spend hours and hours and hours every day playing, and to be able to enjoy that experience with them is phenomenal. And that's been one of my highlights for sure over the last like 2 years. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so we're gonna do a little Q&A with you guys. There's 2 microphones. If you nice and slowly in an orderly fashion can walk up to those microphones if you have a question for anyone here. But I'm gonna start it off with a question while everyone kind of starts to form lines, anyone who might have questions. What advice would you guys give to up and coming gamers / YouTubers, right? It's like the traditional...
The ultimate question.
The ultimate question.
I love
right?
this one.
This is where like half the people sit down because that was their question.
That was the question. Yeah, I'll save you guys the trouble. No,
Yeah.
no, but like, what advice? I mean, obviously, you have a lot of people that create YouTube channels, that create videos every single day, and they do look at the numbers, and they do get like discouraged. Like, what advice would you give to the aspiring next generation of YouTube gamers?
In one word, I can do it, and I challenge everyone here to do it in one word, and to all do a different one. Mine would be passion.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Yes, it's good. Mine would be consistency. I mean, continuing to upload on a regular and daily basis or stream, especially for streamers. I mean, that's a big one because you snowball. I actually started streaming on Twitch probably back in 2011 when I was younger, and it snowballed from like 5 live viewers to 8 the next day to 9 to maybe 7 the next day. But like continuously builds up and eventually snowballed in a couple hundred viewers, and then you just from there on out you continue to build your empire of darkness, right? So, anyways, consistency would be mine.
Side.
Of the Force.
So Preston stole mine because I always say consistency.
got him.
So I guess I have to change my answer to enjoyment. Enjoy what you're doing. If you're having fun, your viewers will enjoy watching you have fun.
Well, that was mine.
Sorry.
Yo,
That's what you get to go last.
Yeah, going forth is the hardest here. It's like it's not that easy.
The one that I say a lot is to just start. Like, don't be worried about you don't have the right equipment, or you don't have the like most expensive computer or the best microphone that this other YouTuber uses. Just start with what you have, and get it out there, and just keep going.
I can tell you that no one will ever be as bad as my first videos. Seriously, like go
No,
look.
no, I
They're
would beat you.
awful. They are so bad.
I was using
think
the
we can all
internal
vouch for that.
microphone of my laptop.
Yeah, I was using about the same thing. And I had like no expression in my voice. I'm
If
like,
you go back-
hello, this is
Same,
DIREWOLF20.
same.
If you watch my Hexit videos when I was playing on a laptop, I had like, at times, 2 FPS, and I thought it was fine. It was like, oh, it's a little laggy.
Stop motion, guys. It's stop motion.
It was like Minecraft stop motion.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 2 big long lines. We're trying to do this as fast as we can, and until someone in an orange shirt gives me one of these. So we'll go try to get as many as we can. All right, we'll start with you.
What is your favorite videos that you have ever made?
Favorite videos you ever made?
Me? Oh,
Lightning
wow.
round, go, go, go.
Lightning round. I personally have the most fun with my factions videos, editing them and putting them together. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do throwback. Favorite video I've ever made was passive aggression. It would be the one with C9ers. Yep.
Mine would probably be, I really like the touchy-feely type stuff, so I did a Draw My Life, and that was awesome. It was really difficult to do and to get all that stuff out on the table and whatnot and really put it together. So for me, it was definitely the Draw My Life and getting viewers to see what my life was like and maybe if they had some similar comparisons to it. That was really cool anyways.
I did this series called Wrenched a while back, which was the format of Food Network's Chopped in Minecraft, where you got like 4 random items and you had to build a machine with them. That was a lot of fun, but it's hard for me to get that back because it was a lot of time and effort.
I don't think I can choose a favorite, but I do this one series called Bookcraft where I build things from books, and we were building things from 101 Dalmatians, and so then I did like a crossover where Cruella de Vil came to my Dogcraft world and stole all my Dalmatians, and I had to like go and kill her, and that was a really fun video. That video
That
took
got
like
dark.
20 hours.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
In Bookcraft, favorite book. I think it's the one that I'm working on right now, actually. None of the episodes have aired yet, but I'm doing Journey to the Center of the Earth, which is just perfect for Minecraft.
That sounds awesome.
We're starting actually up in the sky so that we can go down as far as we want, because there's not enough levels in Minecraft, really. But I would say Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Well, thank you guys very much for coming out and watching these guys. We really appreciate it. Have a
Thank you.
great
Thank you
rest
for
of your
coming.
Pax South.
Thanks, guys.